Westfield Memorial Hospital provides high-quality health care to residents of Western New York, offering patients the most sophisticated medical advancements while keeping the ease and familiarity of a community hospital. Support for Chautauqua Sunrise has been provided by WRFA 107.9 FM, Jamestown's public radio station, streaming online 24/7 at WRFALP.com. Low power to the people. Meter's Restaurant, a family tradition for over 50 years in downtown Ripley, is a proud supporter of Chautauqua Sunrise. Meter's provides all-day dining, banquet services, and custom catering, specializing in pie.
Funding for Chautauqua Sunrise is provided in part by the County of Chautauqua Industrial Development Agency, with offices in Jamestown and Dunkirk, helping businesses to prosper throughout Chautauqua County. For more information on how the CCIDA can assist your business, visit choosechq.com.
From supporting people with disabilities to enjoy great lives, to providing health care services that are available to anyone, the Resource Center has been improving our county for more than 60 years. Learn more about how the Resource Center makes a positive difference in people's lives.
The Hofbrauhaus in downtown Buffalo invites all our friends from Chautauqua County to experience craft beer, Bavarian food, and live entertainment. Check us out on our Facebook page and website for family-friendly events throughout the year.
From the Access Chautauqua Studios in Mayville, it's Chautauqua Sunrise. Chautauqua Sunrise is hosted by Doc Hamels and supported by the award-winning volunteers at Access Chautauqua. We are here to share local news, colorful interviews, and events of interest to everyone. Chautauqua Sunrise is broadcast live Saturday mornings each week from 9 to 10 a.m. Send events via email or call us live. Check us out on YouTube and Facebook. And now, from the Access Chautauqua Studios, it's Chautauqua Sunrise.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Doc Hamels, and welcome to Chautauqua Sunrise. Hope you're all doing well. Justin, how's the weather in Jamestown? Getting better. We're getting better by the minute. All right, the weather is finally turning around. Oh, you have a crack in your driveway? That happens, you know. That's just part of being a homeowner, huh? Well, folks, I hope you're doing well this morning. Good morning to wherever you are in the world. We stream live. We are in Europe. We are across Asia. We are all across the United States. I know it seems hard to believe. Here we are in Little Mayville, New York, streaming around the world. First of all, I want to do a shout out to Natalia over in the Ukraine with the YWCA there in Kiev. I hope you and your friends are warm and safe. And once again, we've been saying this seems like forever, that there's a conclusion to what's going on over there. This morning, like most of us, we all woke up and saw the news, and I don't talk about politics, as most of you know, but I'll just make one statement. I just want to say is that I hope there's a quick conclusion to what's going on right now in Iran, and that people are safe on both sides, and we get through that very quickly and moving ahead. So, troops, everybody take care, and I know that people are watching right now probably have somebody that's involved with their family that's in the military or whatever, and just hope there's a peaceful, quick conclusion. All right, moving ahead. I want to say good afternoon to my listeners on WRFA 107.9 Low Power to the People. Tuesdays at 1 o'clock, you listen in, and we are going to have a fun show today. All right, ready? This is important. We have an audience today, so they can clap. Today is our 600th show. We seldom have an audience, but this is a special occasion because I have a 600th guest that we have been keeping under wraps all this time. And we'll get to that individual here shortly. Calm down. We'll get to you. All right. Calm down. Well, I plan to. We're very fortunate that we've been able to broadcast for going on 12 years now. So I did a little math today, Justin. So how many days in a row do you think, if you started with our very first show in 2014 and you just binge watch, how many days would it take you to get through it, all 600 shows plus?
29.
Close, 25 days. If you started on day one and you didn't stop, it would take you 25 days to watch every episode of Chautauqua Sunrise. I've been on longer than MASH. That's pretty cool. Oh, well, anyways, we're excited, and let's see if I can do this right. For
Kids these days don't know what MASH is.
Oh, nobody knows what MASH is. Just watch Me TV and you watch them. For our 100th show, I had my dad. 200th show, we had Senator Catherine Young. My 300th show, I had my father-in-law, Bill Molson. And my 500th, did I get this right? Wait a minute. 400th show was my brother Bob. Our 500th show, we had Senator George Borrello, who quietly said to me at the very end he wanted to be my 1,000th guest. And I looked at him going, how old do you think I'll be? I'll be happy if I can remember who I am at that point. And then our 600th guest, you'll meet here shortly. And we have some fun things in store for my guest. All right, so it's hard to believe, too. It's the end of February.
Don't tell them who it is, Doc, okay? Don't tell them who your guest is, because that needs to be like the big
Suspense.
secret.
The secret. Secret.
Go ahead.
All right, thank you. It's the end of February. And then my wife tried to tell me it was daylight savings time this weekend, and I almost announced it. It's not. It's next week. She said, well, somebody told her. And I said, well, I'll mess up half of the civilized world by telling everybody to move their clocks this weekend. All right. So anyways. In all seriousness, we're in our 600th show plus. I say plus because we have a couple other shows past 600, but this was designated our 600th show because it was canceled because we had this power outage about a month ago out of nowhere. We were sitting in here. Imagine how dark it is in here when the lights go out there. There's no windows. And I'm sitting here going like, 10 minutes to 9, and we were supposed to go live. It didn't work out. And then we were going to pre-tape. Rick, I got half your name in there. Well, my guest. And I didn't. I just give him a little teaser.
I have a question for you.
No, you don't. Not yet. No, you.
Did you get the guest audience? Is it true that you got them down at the Mayville train station? They were sleeping underneath a tarp?
They were wide awake when I saw them.
I thought I saw them when I drove by. I had a little can of
All right.
coffee.
Moving ahead. A special shout out to my crew. We're a crew. It's just not me. I do the talking, but my crew, we got Randy Burke, who's been my cameraman on both shows, Chautauqua Sunrise and Oak Island Plus. We've got Chris Burt, who's been our director and just does all kinds of things behind the scenes and makes things happen. Jeff Zook, who's our engineer, who pops up pictures and tries to keep up with me as I'm saying things. And then, of course, my left arm, right arm, my concierge is Justin Burt, who does all kinds of things for me right here in the studio and my guests. So kudos and thank you guys. That's 600 Saturdays that we've all gotten up somewhere or another. Randy has co-hosted, Jeff has co-hosted, let me go on vacation with my family from time to time, but it's a team effort, so thanks, guys. All right, so I want to go back to my little agenda here. I do want to remind everybody during the show, if you want to heckle if you want to call in and you have an announcement, you can give us a call at 716-753-5225. And throughout the week, you can email me at chautauquasunrise, all one word, at gmail.com. So as we're going along, if you want to talk to my guest or you have a comment or whatever, you have a fundraiser, give us a call. We'll get that on the air. And the best thing is it's free of charge, and we are happy to do that because that's part of our mission here. All right, so let's see what else we got here.
I have a question.
Here we go again. What?
Why do you sound like Freddie Fillmore when you do the regular show here? You still sound like Freddie Fillmore when you're announcing this show.
Freddie Fillmore is my alter ego from It's a Wonderful Life play that you directed years ago. Okay, we have, yes. Okay, so one thing I need to note is that my guest is constantly badgering me from the sideline, but my guest is the only person, now think about that, over 600 shows, he's the only person that I have given permission to walk into my studio unannounced, right?
That kind of gives a overview of what kind of guy you are. Yeah.
Anyways, we'll get to that shortly. So, let's see what else more I want
You
to
had George Borello on before you had me?
multiple times. But you've been on the show before.
I love
Don't
George. George is a
go
good
there.
guy.
All right. All right, let's get to some announcements, Jeff, and then we're going to get to my guest. Okay. Folks that see the show in the very beginning, I've got sponsors, or underwriters we call it, and one of them is the Chautauqua County Industrial Development Agency. And I just wanted to share something with you that came out the other day, which is kind of cool because these guys are sort of like the unsung heroes of our county that do things behind the scenes that help develop the economic drivers and so forth. So the Board of Directors of the Chautauqua County Industrial Development Agency has approved incentives for Dunkirk Landing LLC. This action will support the acquisition, demolition, and new construction at 208 to 214 Washington Avenue, and that's in the city of Dunkirk. All right, this will result in the development of 78 new workforce housing apartments and commercial a commercial space. I just read these things. Commercial space for daycare operations.
help you with
No,
any of
at the
the
fourth.
words?
Leave me alone. At the fourth East Fourth Street location, the IDA incentives include real properties, sales tax, and mortgage recording tax abatements. In other words, you can get a break on some of those things. Under the name of Homesteads at Dunkirk Landing, the project is being developed by Reagan Development Corporation based in Ardsley, New York. The project involves purchasing properties at both Washington Avenue and East 4th Street, the demolition of an existing dilapidated 3-story building on Washington Avenue, and the demolition of a 10,000 square foot portion of the shopping plaza on East 4th will result in this project. The developers will then construct 2 new energy-efficient buildings that provides affordably priced rental units for workers in need of quality housing near their workplace. A total of 48 units will be built at the Washington Avenue location, while 30 units will be built at East 4th Street location, along with the aforementioned daycare space. Daycare is huge, people. The total project investment is estimated at $38.2 million. So kudos to the Chautauqua Industrial Development Agency. I'm going to have them on here in the near future. All right, let's move ahead. This is from the Office for the Aging Services, and this is exciting news. The dining out location at Fredonia First Methodist Church will be reopening for regularly scheduled lunch service starting Wednesday, March 18th. Reservations required. Limited seating available. Give them a call. I'll say this number twice now. It's 716-679-1514. 716-679-1514 to make your reservation for March 18th. You will get a confirmation call regarding your lunch reservation for the reopening day. Lunch reservations for the remainder of the month will follow the regular process, and they look forward to serving you. Meter's Restaurant is another one of those locations, and I can't think of the third one, but this is a really cool program, reduced rates for senior citizens, and everybody I've talked to loves this program, so check it out. Let's see. Oh, here's one that's near and dear to my heart. Let's bring up slide 15. There it is, the Spring Fling. Join us as we celebrate spring with humor and joy. The Spring Fling 2026 is directed by my little friend Libby Carty, Sherino, and Rick Matthews. And it's going to feature a whole bunch of us. I'll give you the list if I say everybody's names right. There's Libby, there's Rick Matthews, Kelly Matthews, Joan Caruso, John Daly, Gwen Spann, Joe Spann, me, Victoria Parker, Natalie Rudder, Karen Seagram Cockrum, and Bill Carroll will be doing tech. Now, this is going to be held March 21 at 2 p.m. It's a matinee. March 22, it's a Sunday, 2 p.m. matinee as well. Only $15. So what are you going to see? You're going to have music, jokes, I don't know, there's lots of secret stuff. I don't even know what's all going on because nobody's told me everything yet, and that's kind of cool. I am working with 3 other gentlemen, and we're like the 4 amigos, and we're going to be doing some songs. I won't tell you what they are, but we're developing it. It's going to be lots of fun, and we did this a couple, 3, 4 years ago, I guess it was, and I'll be your MC, imagine that, and Freddie Fillmore. If you want reservations, give them a call at 716-224-2135. 716-224-2135. I can't say enough about Lakeshore Center for the Arts. They're like my second home at times, and I've been very fortunate to have been involved with a lot of productions there and things like this. And we're going to be talking more about that here shortly anyways. So that's coming up March 21 and 22. We'll talk more about that as we go along. All right, there's another slide here. It says 16, Jeff. It says, enjoy our Delizio Spaghetti Dinner and Silent Auction. All right, this is being sponsored by Lakewood, Bust and Jamestown City Democrats. It's $20. Donations accepted at the door. This is going to be held Sunday, March 8th from 4 to 7 p.m. And it's at the Mount Moriah Lodge at 3485 Baker Street Extension. The meal includes spaghetti, salad, bread, drink, and dessert. Okay, so that's something you get out and the weather's getting nice. Go get yourself a spaghetti dinner. And then finally, slide 17, the Cornell Cooperative Extension of Chautauqua County 4-H program is excited to announce the opening of Camp Curiosity. Close your eyes and think back, lying on the grass in the sun, watching clouds and visualizing animals, should be sound effects right now, and scenes in those white fluffs of water vapor, building the most amazing block city with arches and towers, taking apart an old clock and then trying to put it back together again. That's not me. Once upon a time, this was the work of childhood, simple, unstructured play. The remarkable thing about the work was the learning that happened. Learning was impactful, lasting, and didn't need standardized tests or screens. Camps are available Tuesday through Friday, 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. during August. So Camp Curiosity is coming up, so check it out with the Cornell Extension 4-H program. And I got a phone number for you. Okay, this sounds like something really fun for kids from ages 5 to 10. Here we go, 664-9502, 664-9502 if you're interested, extension 116. Okay, so that's it for announcements right now. Stay tuned. We're going to have a lot of fun here shortly. We'll be right back.
Mom's house. I felt like I walked to someone else's house. There was stuff everywhere. And just growing up the way I grew up and to see this transition was very alarming.
When Sean talked to me, it was a wake-up call, and that's when I went to the doctor.
All right, we're back. So here we go. This is the official.
Yay! Oh, I'm not allowed to clap.
I see the Hamers are in the house. I see sisters in the house. I see friends in the house. Wow. Rick Mascaro. Here we are.
Here we are.
600 show.
Once again.
And once again. But we have a little different format today.
We do.
Yeah,
we do.
We do.
We have the people from down at the train station.
We have the train station. Hey, Justin, if you want to get a shot of them, you can get right over there and take a little peeky. We actually have an audience here today. And so, Rick, it's my pleasure to honor you as my 600th guest. And I take this very seriously, whoever I bring on for a certain point in time, like the hundreds. And you and I have known each other for quite a long time, and we've been pretty good friends.
I dare say we've been very good friends, yes.
And I still remember that fateful statement when you said to me the following: I hear you play a pretty mean guitar. It was all downhill from there.
You should know better than
yeah. I learned that from
yeah.
But why did you say that to me? Because what did we end up doing?
We ended up playing together in the Barcelona Blues Band.
You know, it was way cool. We did it for a couple of years, didn't we?
Barcelona Blues Band. I wish that was still going because I love playing with that thing. But what happened was the thing that happened with a lot of groups that have older people playing in it. That amps and guitars and everything else, setting them up and taking them down was
hard.
Not as much fun. Not as much fun as playing. So.
I still remember you had us down at that beach. What's that called? At the park.
Ottaway Park.
That's the one. And I got there late, and I had to go from Route 5 all the way in with my amplifier. And somebody finally came along and helped me out. But that was a long walk in there. But once we got settled, it was a lot of fun.
I can truthfully say, Doc, every
yes.
once in a while,
yes.
you meet people in life, and I've met a few, that the moment you meet them, they'll be good friends forever. And you were one of those people in my life that I knew we would be good friends forever. So you're committed to that, buddy.
You're leaving me speechless.
Oh.
Rick and I feel the same way. It was instant friend, and the vibes were good, and we have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And we kibitz and we poke fun
And
at
that
each
was
other.
it. The vibes were good,
Yeah.
and I think we knew that we melded together very nicely and had
and
common interests.
And I didn't know you until the first time you came on the show, and I should probably go back and look, but it was quite a long time
Well,
ago.
despite my police record and everything else,
Right.
we became friends.
Well, that witness protection plan has worked out well for you.
Yeah. The joke, people.
Anyways, then the next thing I know, there was the Shel Silverstein play, and that was like, what are you doing to me? I didn't even understand what I was doing at times. That was interesting, but we had fun with it, and
We had to explain some of the lines to Doc because
I did not understand what they were.
his imagination isn't quite as blue as Doc's is. So,
Well, it was the one I was in, the one skit. It was like, it was. You had to figure it out for a while. It took me a while to get the hang of that, but oh gosh, we had too much. Remember that, Sue? You, yeah, wash and dry.
Wash and dry. Watch and
Yeah, the
dry.
guy, he never does a single thing for your laundry.
that
He
was a
just-
funny show.
Oh my gosh, yes. So that and there was only 6 of us. There were 6 people did the
Yeah.
entire show, and we were switching roles and going back and forth. And the thing that I always remember is when I pulled those pantyhose out of the bucket or whatever was kettle, and I had those. It was the wash. The wash basin I pulled out with tongs. And I was like, I can't believe I just did that.
That wasn't part of any play we ever did.
I ad-libbed. we were doing the best we could to come up with things. What does he mean, blue? Oh, what does he mean? I just had a question from a watch. I said, what does he mean, blue? Out of the blue? Is that what, no, blue. You
Blue means naughty.
Oh.
Naughty.
Naughty. That's I've been in plays now, like for Center of the Arts, and they use terms that I'm not familiar with, like stage right. I go to Tina, just say there. One of the things that I wanted to do, Rick, was kind of like, this is your life.
Oh, God. You should have told me that before.
No, of course you wouldn't have come.
I would have dressed differently.
Well, the good news is I solicited long ago some help from your family.
Yeah.
Do you have family members in the audience today?
No, just the people from the train station.
Well, you do have 2.
Yeah, I do. I have sisters and girlfriends and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah.
Who are your sisters?
And who are my sisters? Oh, you want me to introduce them?
Go ahead. We'll got a camera on 'em.
Okay.
All right.
Let me introduce my. Oh my God! Look who's here.
Yeah.
Governor John's here. Governor John and his lovely wife, the First Lady Marilyn, is here. I didn't see them.
Both
come
have been
in.
on the show.
Yeah.
So go ahead. Introduce your family.
On the left here, or you're right, depending on how we look at it.
That's a stage thing.
is-
It's a theater thing over there.
Legally, Mary Margaret Mascaro, but we know her as Muffy.
Oh, where
Mascaro.
did Muffy come from?
Well, if you don't know that,
Was that a speech impediment?
Speaking of blue,
Say no more. Okay.
the story goes that Kelly Matthews couldn't say Mary Margaret, and he said Muffy, so
Okay.
he had a lot of impact, I guess, on what we called it. The other one is the other sister is my beloved sister, Joan, legally Joan Claire Caruso Mascaro, or Mascaro Caruso, depending on how you want to do it.
All right.
So, yes.
We got a bunch of friends here too.
And behind the camera over there
Hiding.
is my business manager, partner, and friend, Susie. She is.
She's always hiding behind something.
She's
isn't she?
always hiding.
Wave, Sue, because we can see. There you are. All right.
She keeps all my dates, keeps me in line, takes care of
that's
me.
a full-time
and-
job, yeah.
Yeah, it really is. It really is a full-time job.
All right. And then we got Mary Ellen Humphrey.
Mary Ellen Humphrey over here.
Jean.
And Jeannie Dibble is my other sister. She is a sister through.
Another mother.
Oh, not through intercourse. Something. We became sisters and brothers because of Joni's and her close relationship.
Oh, all right. All right. All right.
Did
So
I forget anybody?
I don't think everybody's here.
All right.
All right. The Hamers are here. As we
And
said.
you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm always here.
Yeah.
Oh, most of the time. So, Rick, we're going to kind of do a little something we haven't done before. And I'm going to ask Jeff to pull up a picture, and you can narrate it if you choose to. And the audience can certainly jump in on it. So we have a very early picture of you that was supplied by your family. And so, Jeff, if you pull up that very first picture, there we are. It looks just like you. So how old are you there, Rick?
I was 17 in this picture.
Still learning to walk?
Yes. I don't know. I don't know. But,
You look like a happy baby.
well, I had the same problem back then as I have now.
Which is?
Adipose tissue. Yes. Yeah.
You know, I have a picture with the same haircut, and I think our moms all took our hair and put it up in this little peaky thing. So, but, you know, if somebody was said to me, who's that baby? I said, well, I don't know.
See? Now you wouldn't know that was me, really.
No. But now that I look at you now and look at you there, I'd say, yeah, that looks like you. Yeah. So what do you think, about 6 months, maybe?
Yeah,
Something
probably
like that.
about 6 months.
Yeah. So where were you born?
I was born at Westfield Memorial Hospital,
Okay, right down the road from here.
delivered by Dr. Robert Storms.
Oh, I know. I knew him.
Yeah, good
before he
fellow.
retired.
Good fellow.
Did he drop you or anything?
Did he what?
Did he drop you? I'm just trying to understand.
I'm not even going to where that joke leads.
So your parents were originally from Westfield, or they would come?
My father was originally from Westfield. My mother was from San Antonio, Texas. So
How did that work out? Did
my,
a
'cause my,
long-distance
my father was
relationship?
in the service.
Okay. What
and he
branch
met
did
her.
he serve in?
He was in the Army,
Mm-hmm.
and they met down there and fell in love, and much to the chagrin of not they ended up getting married.
Okay.
So,
Was
yeah.
he Army Air Corps? Must have been.
No.
Was World War II?
Joni's got to help me with this one.
World War II, yeah, he was in the Army.
Army Air Corps. That's what they called it then in the 40s, right?
Oh.
World War II. The Army wasn't the Army by itself until after the World War II.
Oh, really? Well, that was the Army Air Corps then, I
Yeah.
guess.
My dad was in the Army Air Corps. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Mom was a secretary at Fort Sam Houston.
Oh, so okay.
He was
Fort
in Fort,
Sam Houston. All right, good.
Fort Sam Houston.
So, but then they got married and came here then.
And she was also secretary at, what was the cigar place?
Oh, yeah, Fink Cigar.
Fink Cigars in San Antonio, Texas.
Oh,
Isn't that what you smoke?
menthol.
Menthol.
Oh, I don't smoke.
Yeah.
I smoked one cigar in my life, and that was enough. I think I was 5 years old. So anyway, so
Here, I'll tell you a funny story.
all right, tell me a funny story.
San Antonio is even back then was quite a metropolitan area.
Beautiful
and,
area.
And all, it's a gorgeous city. And my mother was used to clubbing and going dancing
Down the
and
river
listening
walk.
to it. And my family, her parents and my brother and my father and my uncle.
Holy
were
cow!
all
Which was it?
We're all professional musicians. And they,
Oh.
my grandfather played percussion with the San Antonio Symphony.
Really?
My uncle Johnny, whose show name was DeVarga, played all across the world and played symphony stuff and stuff. Anyway, they were all like that. So she was used to a big life and a busy life. So when my father came and said, "Don't worry, I'm taking you to New York."
I see where you get it from.
Yeah. So she was really excited because she thought she was going to the Big Apple.
How old was she? Do you know? Was she like in her 20s?
20 something? I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, mid-20s.
Okay.
So they pulled into Westfield, and she looked at the train station and the 7 people
Where's the
that were
rest
there.
of the state?
Yeah, and she said, "Can I go home?"
So birth order, where are you in the birth order? You don't have to tell me who's the oldest. You just tell me where you are.
2.
You're the second one, so
Yeah.
there's one above and one below. All
Yeah.
right, all right. We'll
Yeah.
leave it there.
Yeah.
Because people throw things at me. All right, so you were born in Westfield Memorial Hospital, and that was
1950.
so the hospital was just a few years old at that point. I
Yeah.
think in the 40s or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all right.
And while we're stopped in the hospital, I have to give a shout out to Westfield
Absolutely.
Hospital. It is, I've had medical issues of late that I've been to Cleveland Clinic, I've been to Hammett, I've been to St. Vincent's, I've been all over the place, and I love them all, and they all did a very good job, but nobody takes better care of me than Westfield Memorial Hospital.
Absolutely. I go there as well, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they're one of my underwriters. You probably don't know this, but I was the chairman of the board at one point.
Were you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and despite that, they're still good.
Well, after I left, they fixed it. But I served on that board for many, many years.
Yeah.
Okay, we got a phone call. So here we go. Good morning, caller.
Hey, Doc, it's Mike Felson. How are you?
Mike from Portland. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. I got to admit, until the show started and you started talking and I heard Rick in the background, I forgot it was your 600th show.
Oh, thank you for calling. Yeah.
Well, you're welcome. You're welcome.
I think you've been with us from day one, haven't you, Mike?
I have.
Yeah.
I have.
Great.
Yeah, I've been with you since you started doing the show.
Mm-hmm. Well,
In fact, I was with Reed before that.
Yep, I remember. Yeah, because I was his anchor man for 3 years.
But, yeah.
Reed Powers.
So, well, anyways, congratulations and greetings to Rick.
Hey, Mike.
We've never met in person yet, Rick. Maybe that'll change in the future.
Right.
I hope so.
Yeah, thank you. I have, and I can't remember why this happened, but I have seen your facility. I think it was right after you moved up to the 3rd floor of the Presbyterian Church in Westfield.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah.
There might have been a little open house, or maybe Doc had something there.
Yep.
But I have seen it. I was really quite impressed.
Well, good. Thank you.
Well, I may try to get up there in the future.
Well, Spring Fling, March 21 and 22.
What was it? I'm sorry, Doc. It echoed. What'd you say?
March 21 and 22, we're doing a Spring Fling. It's a matinee. It's going to be really a lot of fun. So you might want to check that out. It's
Okay, all right. I'll write those dates down.
all right. See
But
how I do
anyway,
this?
I just wanted to say congratulations
Thank
and
you.
kept the flames burning. Really,
Well, I got a great crew here. So
that's good.
Thank you,
We,
Mike.
we were to go look at a house in Portland today, as a matter of fact, but unfortunately it got sold out from under us. Not to live in, but just as an investment kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Land Baron.
one thing with Portland in this area, there'll be another house out there.
Yeah.
All right, Mike. Thanks for calling as always.
All right, you're welcome, Doc.
Okay,
Bye
take
for
care.
now.
All right, bye-bye. All right, so your mom and dad are here. You have some kids. So what did your dad do for a living?
Depends what week you're talking about. My father did a whole lot of stuff. His longest standing job of all of them,
All the best.
which he started when he was a teenager, was general manager at the Grand Theater in Westfield, and he was general manager at the former, well, actually the middle Grand Theater, and then the new, quote unquote, newest Grand Theater, which stood on the corner. You probably remember that.
Where Abraham
one.
Lincoln is now.
Yeah, where Abraham Lincoln is now, and he was there for, good God, a long time.
So what-
40, yeah. Long,
What
long,
was the
long.
last year he was there? Do you remember, by any chance? The 80s, maybe?
See, I'm glad Joni's here so that you can remember this.
Probably 64,
Mm-hmm.
63, 64.
Yeah.
When
In
you
the
were
60s.
at the post
Okay.
office.
Yeah, I actually was in the Grand, but your father wasn't there. I didn't even live here in that time. All right, so you ready for another picture?
Sure.
All right, bring up the next picture, Jeff.
The next picture.
Oh, look at that one. Where are you?
Oh, I have shorts on. It scared me for a minute. I thought that was the first movie I'd ever made.
You got a little watering can and you're somewhere.
I'm in Corpus Christi, Texas, as a matter of fact. I know exactly where I am. So, yeah, I'm at Corpus Christi. And as I said, my grandparents lived in San Antonio.
Oh, all right,
And-
so they stayed there.
Well, we went to San Antonio. Joni and I, and eventually Muffy, went there every summer to spend the summer with them.
Oh, nice.
And we ended up going to Corpus Christi every summer, too. So,
So there you are. You look like a little Tarzan.
yeah. Yeah.
So we're just kind of going through your life little by little. So where did you go to school?
I went to school at Westfield Academy and Central School. Graduated the class of 1968.
68.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're sort of contemporaries. I was a class of 70, but I probably should have been
See?
the class of 69, but I was in Buffalo.
Yeah.
I was one of those January babies, and so you could either get held back or whatever
Right.
until you were ready to whatever. So mom
Right.
held me back, and so I was a class of 70, but I was old enough to be in the class of 69. All right, so you went there, and did you were in any? I know you must have been in music or something or drama.
I didn't go to school really. I went for the social content of what was going on. I took very few classes. But, no, I spent the majority of my time on stage, in a band, wrestling, or playing football.
You were a wrestler?
Oh my God, I was a wrestler. Yes, absolutely.
Did you have any major accomplishments as a wrestler?
I was captain of the wrestling team, and it was the first year we had the wrestling team with my dear friend Hank Lynn. I was captain the first year that came about, and I my only real accomplishment is that I was captain of the first one.
Somebody had to be, right?
I remember one match where I was up against this fellow from Silver Creek, and he scared the death out of me. I think, the element of fear has so much power in the world, because he came out there and looked at me and just pinned me.
Done.
Thank you, God, for
that was over.
Not making this go a long time.
So what position did you play in football?
I played right tackle and defensive linebacker.
Oh boy, strong guy.
Yeah.
All right.
Not strong guy, just the big fat guy.
You're a placeholder.
Put Mascaro over there.
All right, let's bring up another picture. see what we got here now. All right. Okay. Well,
this is my most hated picture. This is my most hated picture. All the pictures I have.
Thank you, Muffy. Why do you hate this picture?
And Muffy knew that when she gave it to you.
Why do you hate this picture?
It looks like I'm a poor Biafran refugee. I shouldn't say Biafran. A poor refugee.
A poor refugee. It looks like you're at Christmas or something. Yeah, is that a Christmas
it was
tree?
in front of a Christmas
You look
tree.
pretty happy there.
Yeah.
Except, are you strangling Santa? I couldn't tell.
Look at all that hair.
Yeah.
It's really funny, Joan.
So then you were in high school. Then what did you do from there?
Well, I was in high school till 68, and when I graduated...
Till you were 68 years old?
Until 1968. When I graduated, I went to Oklahoma State University.
Why would you go all the way to Oklahoma?
Because the trumpet conservatory is there. So, oh my God, look at that.
What,
there's a good picture.
When was this?
That's my senior picture.
So you were ready for Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So they had a special school for trumpet players?
They still do. They have one of the finest
I
trumpet
never
academies
heard
in the
of
United
this
States.
before. Are you making this up?
No,
No, you couldn't.
Go online and look at it. It's a
No, I'm not
fabulous
gonna do that.
organization. So anyway, I went to Oklahoma State 1 year and flunked out.
How can you flunk out of a trumpet school?
Well, let me tell you.
Please
I'll give you the rest of the story. What happened was,
can't imagine.
and this sounds like a braggart story, but it's true. Bob Hope came on campus and was playing, and their band, it wasn't Les Brown and the Les Brown of renown. It was the College All-Stars, which they gathered players from different colleges and universities to play in these bands. So their head trumpet player was sick, so they had open auditions. And I went and auditioned for this Bob Hope thing, and I got it. So I went on the road with Bob Hope for most of a semester and didn't go to class, didn't do anything except go and play, which was the biggest, most exciting learning experience of my life, which I don't share with a lot of people because it's like, yeah, shut up. But it happened, and it was wonderful. Yeah.
You were with Bob Hope.
I was
you
with
met
Bob
with Bob Hope, obviously.
Yes, obviously.
Was he a pretty nice guy?
He was a pretty nice guy. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He was very, very nice.
All right, so you flunk out of Oklahoma, then where did you go?
Well, after I flunked out, I went to Pittsburgh, and I was rather disheartened with my academic career at that point. So I had a girlfriend in Pittsburgh, Patty, who I went to live with, and
you don't need to share all these details.
And
of course, it was probably the 70s at that time.
yeah, this was the 70s.
All right.
And I ended up going to respiratory therapy school and got trained as a respiratory therapist. and then continued to work for 8 years as a respiratory therapist in Pittsburgh.
I did not know this.
At Shadyside and St. John's Hospital
wow.
in Pittsburgh.
All right, let's see if we have another picture. Let's see. Pop up another picture, Jeff. See what we got next here. I want to kind of keep up with my pictures here. Okay. Oh. This is sort of a blast to the past. You know, most of us in Buffalo made snowmen with round heads. What is that? Like a?
That's me and Muffy.
No, that's like a satanic snowman.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's an Easter bunny.
No, it's not.
Silly.
That's Satan in disguise. Look at you, Mr. I'm cool. How old are you there? About 8?
I'm not sure how old I was then, but look, I had like a real waist and everything.
Hey, we got a caller while we watch this picture. Good morning, caller.
Good morning. This is Linda Spalding.
Hi, Lynn.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
You're 600 years old now.
I'm working on it. Don't look a day over 500, do I?
No, congratulations.
Thank you.
And good morning, Rick.
Good morning.
I think you're doing a terrific job down at Lakeshore for the Arts.
Thank you.
And I would like to come to the Spring Fling. When is it, March?
March 21, March 22, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. They're
That
matinees.
sounds terrific. You can get tickets. Yeah.
Tickets
Well, I
are
don't want to
online.
detain you.
Okay.
I just want to say good morning and good
Thanks.
luck.
All
And
right.
I'm so glad that winter is finally making an exodus.
Amen.
Thank goodness.
Okay. Thanks, Lynn. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank
you.
goodness.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. So, respiratory therapist, I did not know that.
Yeah, that was almost long term,
Yeah.
but
So then you ran out of breath, and what happened?
well, I just got lonely for doing theater stuff, and
Okay.
and I ended up wanting to be teach and stuff, and I was jealous of my sister. She had summers off,
And Sister Joan?
and could go. Yeah, so I was jealous of her career.
You know, Joan
so-
and I were in a play together.
Yeah, I know that. I do know
We're
that.
ready to do it again.
Let's do it again,
I
yeah.
do know that.
We were in love letters. Just me and your sister.
That's,
Alone.
I know that.
Just the two of us.
I'd rather not. I'd rather not talk about that.
She was on the other side of the stage. I never passed center stage. I think that's a technical term. Okay, so what happened then?
Where were we? What
I don't
happened?
know.
What happened then?
You left. You want to be a teacher.
Oh, yes.
That's
Well,
no
I-
small feat either.
I quit my job as a respiratory therapist and moved with Judith, my wife at that time, and we moved to Denver, Colorado, and I went to University of Denver and got my degree in speech and theater and education, and ended up teaching in Colorado for a year.
Where in
after I-
Colorado? Denver?
Eaton, Colorado. Just
Where's that?
a little podunk town just right by Boulder.
Okay, because
Yeah.
we visited like Colorado Springs and all that area.
Yeah.
It's pretty down there.
I was there, and then ended up, then another sidetrack. I was working for Fred Johnson Sr. at that time, running his tour program and selling wine and stuff out at Westfield. When I had the summers off, because I'd come back here to work to help pay the bills at that point.
Sure.
And he called me back and said, Rick, I need to get somebody full-time sales on this thing. Would you be interested in doing that? And what's going on? They're passing,
you don't have to worry about
they're
this.
passing
Yeah.
secret notes
Secret
out.
notes. Yeah, secret notes.
Is my fly down or what? No.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh.
All right. Thank you.
Oh.
I'll share this when you're done telling your story.
Oh, and anyway, he offered me a job selling, so I came back to Westfield, much to Judith's chagrin, and took on the job as sales manager for Johnson Estate, and ended up being here for a long time, 6 years, and traveled all over Ohio and New York and Pennsylvania, and selling wine and running their summer tour program.
Cool.
And I loved that job. It was a lot of fun, but crazy. A
Okay.
lot of
So
driving.
this little note was, and this is really cool actually, is the first time you were on the show was 10 years ago.
Is that right?
10 years ago in January 16th, it was the first show. And we were talking about It's a Wonderful Life back then.
Huh.
Still pull it up on YouTube.
It's absolutely, it's on YouTube. All my shows are on YouTube. So very cool. All right, let's pick up. How about another picture, Jeff? We have a few more. Let's see what he pulls up this time. Whoa! Oh, Mr. Dapper.
Wow.
I'll bet that's your wedding.
As, as all good Catholic boys, this was my first communion.
Did you have a second or third?
I remember, just one. That was
That
enough.
was funny. Kicked out of the church.
Yeah, that was it.
That was it. So you got your little
Still has
Bible.
that jacket.
Yeah.
What do you do with it?
I still wear it. I can't button it though anymore.
Yeah, but you have to put it over your shoulders, not your head.
In fact, I use it for hand puppets.
That is very dapper. You know, I can't believe what our parents put us in. I have some clothes like that. The only trouble was my brother and I were Irish twins, and we were the same size, and we were always looking like the Bobbsey twins. So, all right, so that was your first communion. So then you were teaching where? You was there out in
No,
Colorado?
I wasn't teaching it. I was only 6 then.
Oh, and that I'm going back to our storyline here.
Oh.
So you were in Colorado
Yes.
teaching in little podunk town.
Yeah.
What were you teaching? What grade?
I was teaching juniors and seniors.
All right, and what was the subject?
Speech and debate and drama. Speech, theater,
right,
and drama.
cool. So you put on productions and things like that.
Yeah.
How long were you out there?
2 years.
Right.
Oh, no, I was in Denver the whole time I was getting my bachelor's there, finishing getting my bachelor's, and then taught for 2 years and then moved back to Westfield.
And then what happened?
Then I worked for 6 years at the winery.
Oh, you kind of
selling
lost
wine.
me there. So you didn't.
Yeah,
You weren't teaching all that time.
Right, doing that.
All right. So then you left the winery, and
And then
what?
I realized it was a fun job, but I wasn't getting any. What are you doing?
I'm diagramming our discussion here.
I wasn't getting anywhere financial planning wise as far as having a
Retirement.
money, retirement, those types of things.
Yeah.
So I ended up going, here, listen to this. I ended up going back into teaching for financial security. How many people say that? Anyway, I ended up going back and Judith and I moved, well, we traveled all around the U.S. looking for someplace to go. And we ended up going all over, especially South Carolina. And I love South Carolina. And I still love South Carolina. And it's between Westfield and South Carolina, it's a toss-up.
Yeah.
They're both wonderful. But I ended up working there, and I was a speech and drama teacher and a speech and debate coach for long time, and then I went into administration and worked administration.
Went to the
for a
dark
while.
side, like I did.
Went to the dark side.
That's what they told me. You went to the
And
dark
again, as with most administrators, it had nothing to do with not loving teaching. It had
No.
to do with bucks.
Yep.
So I ended up going into administration to make some bucks, and I was there until 2012
side. Uh-huh.
when I retired.
So how many years were you there altogether?
28.
Holy cow! So when you were on the show, you had only returned for about 4 years, according to my notes here. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So you were retired pretty much around that period of time. Let's get another picture. What do you say? You want another picture?
Sure.
Audience? All right, bring up another picture.
Sure.
They're loving this here. Okay. Oh, come on! Lederhosen! Aren't you Sicilian? What's this all about?
This is the Deutschmeister band that.
Yeah, but what are you doing? It looks like you're trying to push yourself into your shorts here.
Well, well, never mind. I was trying to push myself into my shorts, but that's another story altogether. I played with the Deutschmeisters I played with the Deutschmeisters before they were the Deutschmeisters. I played with them. The Deutschmeisters were originally the village band,
Okay.
which was a clown band, which turned into the Deutschmeisters, and I played with the Deutschmeisters until I left Westfield. So,
And you were playing trumpet, I suppose.
yeah.
Okay.
And their director, Matty Matthews, was Matty Matthews and Alan Cook probably had more to do with who I am today as a professional than anybody did, because
And now, if I'm not mistaken, the gazebo in the park in Westfield, that was the Deutschmeister bandstand?
well, they had it built in memory.
Well, it's theirs.
Yeah.
They built it, right.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, how about another picture? Should we have another picture? Rick, I don't know what to say.
This is another picture of Muffy.
What? Rick! I don't understand this picture. You're upside down. Where was this taken? Do you have any memory of that?
That's Copines in the background, so that was in the side yard.
So this is in Westfield.
Yes, in Westfield.
And you're upside. You could. What happened?
And I think I had a beard in this picture. So it was,
Yeah, I know.
I don't know.
Was this a special occasion or showing off, or for those who are listening on the radio, he's upside down. He's doing a handstand.
This must have been, I don't know, it must have been a birthday or something that was celebrating this to prove I could still do it.
Would you say you're in your 30s, maybe?
I think this looks kind of like basic school administrator clothes. I would say this is probably a trip home from Denver.
Okay.
I mean, from South Carolina.
I can't do that. How were you able to? I'm in
I
shock.
go through phases. Doc.
Move the table, he'll show you.
I'm not always. I haven't always been this big.
All right, very good. Okay. All right, so you retired, and then what did you do after that?
Well, while I was there, I worked teaching, et cetera. I worked at Clemson University. I taught at Clemson. I taught at Anderson School District 5 as director of fine arts ultimately, and loved both of those jobs. Retired in 2000. Anderson opened up a brand new high school of the performing arts.
Mm-hmm.
And myself, who was there? A couple of us went over as administrators for that to open it up.
Mm-hmm.
We opened it up, and several of us had questions about how it was being put together and run and what was being offered. And ultimately, I decided to retire a little bit early because
wasn't kind of melding with you.
Yeah, but their ideas of what fine arts was and what my idea was.
All right, so you left there and you came to Westfield.
Yes.
And then you had a new project or two or three or four or five.
When I left, well, first of all, going back to Westfield again, the organization, other than Troop 84 Westfield, Boy Scouts, the organization that had most impact on my life were the Westfield, what were their official? Westfield Players, yeah. No, Westfield, Lakeshore Little Theater.
Okay.
Which was the predecessor to our group now, and the Westfield Players too. And I was involved with them from the time I was 7 years old until the time I graduated. And I became friends with and acted with and attended parties of and went to rehearsals with and went full force with that group. They were a big influence on my life. That was a group that was. Susie's parents were involved with that group too.
So you had a vision for something else here.
Well, I saw how much impact that had in the community because that was a fabulous organization, and it impacted a lot of people in a very good way as to their abilities to work within the community as leaders, and it did that. So when I left Westfield and went back and had a career out in the fine arts, out in the world, and came back, my goal was to come back because unfortunately, adult arts, not elementary arts, but adult arts opportunities had fallen off in Westfield. There wasn't any theater. There wasn't, the Deutschmeisters had retired. There wasn't any band. There wasn't any of that stuff going on. So my dream coming back here was to see if we can get that going again.
Yeah.
And that's been my dream ever since I got back here, was to do that.
Well, and let me talk for a minute. I've watched it from very, 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 very early, before there was a building, before there was hardly anything going on, since we've known each other. And it's been a spectacular jump at, big leaps and so forth. And I've been a very proud participant in the Lakeshore Center for the Arts. My wife and I are both members. By the way, my dues are due. And
can we stop right here and get him to give us his money?
Give him a check right now. But it's been fabulous. And I know that, and I was kind of preparing what I wanted to say, so I'm going to just say it right now. I think because of your vision of what you wanted to do, spawned, if you will, a lot of other people to dream and create things that weren't around. for instance, you got the art gallery, you've got the innovation studio for video production, you've had movie nights, you've had all kinds of different things. Theater, I performed in a number of things, the spring fling, and all these different things that probably you alone couldn't have come up with, but you inspired other people to come forward. And the writers group, and all those groups, you brought people in from the region. And then your one act plays. I still thought mine was pretty good, by the way. Anyways, and it's international. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank the world for doing that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Well, how about another picture? I don't know what else we got. Let's bring another picture. I don't know if we got any more. Where's that?
Ah! That's 16 years old. WACS, probably a sophomore. Yeah.
Look at that smile.
Look at that flat top. That was the Ricky Mascaro flat top for years until I grew it out.
All right.
So, and now.
Yeah. Woohoo. Yeah. So, Muffy, thank you for sending those pictures, and I think that's the end of the run, Rick, so you can relax now.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we had to censor a couple other ones. So anyways, Rick, I'm gonna just be quiet right now, and I'm gonna let you share maybe moving forward how you see Lakeshore Center for the Arts at where we stand today and where it's going.
Wow. Okay. Again, when I came back here, my goal and my dream was to bring the opportunity for arts opportunities for adults, and again, Westfield. Kent Knappenberger and the folks down at school do so much for our youth, and they do a fabulous job. I didn't really feel it was needed for us to partake in the adult end of this. I mean, in the youth end of this, because so much was offered by Kent and the folks down at school. And thus, I spent time with the dream of offering access to adults. And why? Because throughout my life, I've seen so many people grow and become better people by being involved in the arts. Not necessarily, and here's my take on the arts. There's so many people, and so many of my students, they wanted to go to Broadway and blah, 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 blah. And some of them did, and some of them made it. But that was never my intent or my goal with arts and arts education. My intent and goal for arts education was to give the general community the opportunity to take part in the process, because I don't think there's a better process for learning and becoming friends and acquaintances with people of knowledge and people of talent than working in the arts. And my goal was to give us, whoever wanted to, the opportunity to do that, and also encourage people to do it. And also, most importantly, to do it in a way that, although it wasn't on Broadway, was done in a professional, good, palatable way for the community to attend and learn.
Well said. You know, and when we look at budget cuts and things of this nature, those are the areas that a lot of times get trimmed because people don't necessarily give it great value. And, you know, we've talked, both of us, with musical backgrounds, theater backgrounds, and so forth, it's made a difference in our lives. We think differently, we act differently, we appreciate things that are before us differently than people that haven't partaken in those things. And I thank you, and I think the community and the region as a whole thanks Rick Mascaro for what you've done. So Rick, it's been So we're just about out of time, and Rick, it's been a pleasure to know you all these years. And my last plug is, as you know, I worked with my late partner Jim McQuiston, and do you realize as of this moment, 132,000 times, I have been seen on 6 different continents because of the Innovation Studio and the Oak Island Plus project we did. And it was because you had a vision to allow people to create, and I thank you.
Well, thank you.
All right.
Plus, you had your picture on all those milk curtains.
Mom insisted. Anyways, folks, I hope you appreciated and enjoyed our show today. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, that joined us in the audience. One more time. I don't get an audience very often. So we're going to do this, as you know, every Saturday morning here at 9 o'clock. And you can watch this on channel 1301 on Spectrum.
Thank you, Doc, and thank you all of the people that are here. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. You guys mean a lot.
So it's going to be on twice every day for the rest of the week. We're going to be on WRFA 107.9 Tuesday. You can watch us on YouTube and Facebook forever and ever and ever. And thanks, Sue, for putting together my audience, and Joni and Muffy and so forth. Muffy, thanks for those great pictures. All right, we had a lot of fun. We'll see you maybe on the 700 show. Who knows? We don't know what we're going to do then. Anyways, we're well on our way. Thanks, everybody. Have a great week and enjoy the nice weather. See you next time. Rick?